So, hello fellow banknote collectors, this is Glenn, back with another video, and it comes to my attention that I have not shown you any banknotes from Fiji. Well, here they are. So, the banknotes I have are dated between 1969 and about 2004, something like that, and pretty much they range from 50 cents to $20. Yeah, I don't have the $50 banknote because, well, a friend actually went over to Fiji for a holiday one time and they brought us back some currency, but all the banknotes were actually circulated. They thought it would be a good idea to bring back circulated banknotes. While I appreciate him actually bringing them back, generally, uncirculated banknotes are actually better. But it doesn't matter. I was appreciative of him doing that because no one has to bring you back anything. So the first banknote I have is a 50-cent coin. This is from 1969. This actually replaced a 5-shilling banknote that they actually have. And if you know Australian currency, we didn't actually use a 5-shilling banknote. And this one was used up until 1975 when they actually replaced it with a coin, the same as the Australian 50-cent coin. So it had a different design, but it was the same shape and size and weight. And as you can see, it has the coat of arms, it has Queen Elizabeth II, and this is the first prefix, A1. So they had 1 million banknotes, but the population of Fiji now is about 500,000. Back in 1969, it probably would have been at least 200,000. I didn't fact check that, so you can do that yourself. The watermark is a Fijian man with a cool hairdo. And on the reverse, we just have a thatched house. And we have a lot of palm trees. Some of them might be coconut palms, but they could be other species as well. And that's a nice banknote. The value of these banknotes is probably about $5 to $10 in this condition, and then you're going upwards as the condition actually gets better. So here we have a 1971 issue. You can tell because it has one signature, and it's A4. So it actually took them a long time to actually use the banknotes. And on the reverse, we had the same thing, just a change in the signature. Then we have the $2. So the other banknotes of this series are the $1, $5, $10, and $20. So I don't really have those other banknotes. And this $2 is actually a 1974 issue because it has A5. So if it was A4 and earlier, A1 and A2 are 1969, A3, A4, 71. So this one's 1974. And these banknotes were in circulation up until around about 1980 when they actually replaced them with a smaller banknote that had a different effigy. So a more up-to-date one. So an older version of the Queen Elizabeth. And there's the guy in the watermark. Don't know who it is, might have been an old chief. And there's a security thread. And on the reverse, we don't have anything, we just have $2. And that's pretty much the same as the rest of the banknotes. So all of them just have the denomination on the back. So the most interesting one is the 50 cent. And these ones, you're probably looking at $10 to $20 for a banknote in this condition. As you can see, it's got some damage down there. But I never actually bought these banknotes. I think I got them from one of my uncles a long time ago. I'm talking about 30 years here. So I haven't actually purchased these and I'm not going to sell them. Okay, the next series we have is a series that was first issued in 1980. And pretty much all they actually done over the time was actually just change the effigy and the reverse. So this one, sorry, I'm just looking up. Okay, these ones are actually issued in 1992, first issue, and the last issue was in 2002, so about 10 years, and they were replaced in 2007. But currently Fiji doesn't issue any banknotes with Queen Elizabeth because they took her off it. So these were 1992 issue. Currently Fiji doesn't actually use a $2 banknote, they replaced it with a coin. And this is good because it's actually a radar banknote. So radar banknote means it has 49994, and if you read it backwards, 49994. So that is actually a radar banknote. I just realized that. I didn't actually realize that first. And this one is actually the last signature of this actual series, and it's AN. So on the reverse, we have cultural diversity of Fiji. So it's a bit hard to actually make out. So I believe this is actually probably a chief, and these are two Fijian females, and these are probably two Indian people. Because at least half the population comes from South Asia, so there is actually a language called Fijian Hindi, which is actually spoken in Fiji. And then we have Fijian, and there's also another language on one of the islands. I can't remember what the language is. It's a small island, but they have their own language related to Fijian. It's a beautiful banknote. I like that. You got the ocean, the palms, the sand. It's beautiful. Blues and yellows just make a beautiful banknote. So this one, in this condition, you're probably looking at probably face value, pretty much. But if you want an uncirculated one, you're probably looking about between $10 and $20. And then we have the other series. Okay, another thing I like to make out, these banknotes are all the same size. So we've got the $2 at the front, the $20 at the back. So let's have a look at the other ones. So here's the $5 banknote from around, let's have a look at the other banknotes. So these are all before 2002. So I was just looking up the signature because the signature is the 2005 series of signatures. And as you can see, it has a beautiful bird. So these all have the bird. Where's the 2 again? The 2 has a kaka. The 5 has a Borne damu. So you can probably look that up and see what actual species they are, get the scientific name. And there we have the coat of arms. This is a security feature here. We have a security thread. And on the reverse we have Nadi Airport, which is the main airport in Fiji. And we have a catamaran. So a beautiful banknote that is. I actually quite like these type of features. And all the patterns. And as you can see, printed by Thomas de la Rue Company. So that is the 5 banknote, and you'll be probably paying about $10, $20 for a banknote in this condition. Uncirculated, definitely paying away a hell of a lot more. Then we have the $20 banknote. So another thing I need to mention is that at the time, the Fiji dollar is equivalent to the Australian dollar, so 1 to 1. But if I get an exchange rate, I need to add a currency. So Fiji, then we get the exchange rate, Fijian dollars, 1.5. So it has actually decreased in value. And this is an 8K, nothing special about the serial numbers. And this one has the cacao, looks like a type of honey eater. And portrait of Queen Elizabeth II. It's a nice banknote. I remember in Fiji, my friend was telling me that, you know, the taxi drivers only get paid like $50 a week. You know, that's quite not enough money. My brother went a few years ago and he was saying that the wages there are actually pretty low. And people were just happy just to get $2 because they're pretty much living, a lot of people live in poverty. And there we have a boat with a thatched shelter. So for transport and protection against rain. It might have been someone's place of living, but I'm not too sure. And we have children playing in the water. Looks like a lagoon. Would be connected to the ocean somewhere. And I really like this patination again. Now we have a plant. Not too sure what plant that is. It's pretty much the same in all the banknotes. So this one you're probably at least $20 for this type of banknote, because these would actually be harder to get. Uncirculated, probably talking about $40 to $50. Then we have the $100. Not 100, the $20. Because look, this is a nice, beautiful blue banknote. The bird on it is a mamusa. Looks like it might be a type of finch, or maybe a sparrow. Then we have another plant. Does that plant change? Yes, it does. The plant actually changes. So it looks like it shows the that looks like a type of eucalypt on the $2. But anyway, it shows that the plant is what the bird would interact with. So this one has more security features, so you can see it has the logo of the central bank. And I'm just guessing at that. Could not be, but yeah, I always make mistakes. No harm in doing that, as long as you know that you made a mistake and you correct it. And this is the first run, AA, Queen Elizabeth II. And on the reverse we have a hotel. This is the Reserve Bank, it says so there. And Parliament House, it says so. Yeah, and the Parliament House looks like a type of traditional building, just a more modern architectural style. And I actually quite like this banknote. So in this condition, you're probably looking about $40 for a $20 banknote. In uncirculated, probably at least $100 easy, because most Fijians wouldn't have actually kept these in uncirculated condition. And a lot of tourists, well, majority of them would not have probably kept any Fijian currency. So that is the banknotes that were circulating from 96 to, what did I say? 2007. So they haven't been in circulation for at least 13 years. So the only way you can get those, if you actually buy them off secondary market. And here we have a commemorative banknote. So it's one of two. They actually also issued a $2,000. So $2,000 banknote, so here it is. As you can see, it's a map of Fiji. That banknote is actually very expensive. Equivalent to about $1,300. So I wouldn't be surprised if this costs about $5,000 to $10,000 to actually buy. But Y2K 0975, so 975, so they can produce a maximum of 10,000 of these banknotes. But then we have this one. This one's actually more of a common banknote, so 2K, and it's got 6 digits, so it can actually have 1 million of these banknotes, so it's actually not a scarce one. But he has the President Ratu Sir Kanaya Ganilau on the front, and celebrating the year 2000 millennium. There's a kaka. So let's have a look at the $2 from that period. So it's pretty much the same. They just replaced Elizabeth II with the president, and the bird's the same. And on the back, they changed it. It's just got different people from Fiji. So as you can see, there's a Punjabi person. So if you're not too familiar, a lot of people mistake the Punjabis for Muslims. But there's 3 defining features. You got the hat, the long beard, and they usually have not a bangle, a bracelet, special bracelet. Majority of them keep the bracelet, but a lot of them shave and don't wear the hat. And then you have a Fiji indigenous people. Looks like a green sea turtle. And an island in the background. And here is that a longitude in Fiji? Don't know. 180 meridian. So that will be longitude. And what is the watermark? The watermark is the same as the other ones. But this is a consecutive run. And these banknotes, you'll be looking at about $8 per banknote. So not a cheap banknote, but it's actually something good to collect if you can actually afford it. So anyway, I'll leave the video here. It's nearly 17 minutes long. It's quite a long video. Please like and subscribe, and yeah, just check out my links below and have an awesome coin collecting time. And it'll be good to check out the Facebook group, so I encourage you to actually join it. Thank you, and bye bye.